Yo guys, what is going on? It's Luca here and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be focusing on the top 3 class setups for Warzone after the Season 3 update. Without further ado, I'm going to get straight into this. So the first one, as you can see, it's going to be the Ram 7 class. So first up, Monolithic Suppressor. Next up, the XRK Ranger Barrel. This is going to shoot the accuracy up by an absolute ton. As you can see from the stats, the accuracy is literally maxed out. And then the Cronin 2x2 Sky. Elite sight, sorry. Personally, I think this one's really nice. The canted hybrid sight is also very nice, so it is completely up to you on which one you guys do like to use, but personally, that is going to be one of my favorite sights to use. Next up though, I recommend you guys using the 60 round mags on this weapon. And on any other weapon, to be fair, like if there is an extended mag attachment, you have to put it on, especially for Warzone. I do the same in multiplayer, but for Warzone, it is really important. So on this weapon, it's 50 round mag, sorry, not 60. But yeah, 50 round mags is going to be very important just because you need as much ammo as you possibly can so you can get rid of people's armor. And also if you get hit by 1 or 2 enemies, like it's going to be really helpful to have as much ammo as possible. Next up, the Merc foregrip, boosting the accuracy even more, and as you can see from the stats, the accuracy is almost full, like it's ridiculously high. So that is why this weapon is one of the best weapons to use at the moment. It is absolutely just like ridiculously high accuracy, really nice fire rate, nice damage, nice range, and it's also got incredibly high mobility, which is definitely a pattern in a lot of these weapons. So at the moment, the meta on Warzone is to basically have a weapon that has good mobility, it has a long range, it either has high damage or a fast fire rate, and it also has extremely good accuracy. So these 4 little stats are probably going to be the most important stats you can have on a weapon when looking for a good weapon to use on Warzone. So like I said, this weapon, the accuracy on it is absolutely insane. You can kill people from ridiculously far away and it doesn't even, like, you're not even going to struggle. It's going to be super easy. Now another good thing about this weapon is the fact that the fire rate is extremely quick. Now this is an assault rifle, so obviously it's going to have those high range and high accuracy like statistics, but also it's kind of like a hybrid. It's like an SMG assault rifle hybrid in my opinion, and that is why this weapon is just one of the best weapons you can use. So it has really good accuracy, really good range, all of that kind of good stuff, and along with the good assault rifle statistics that a normal assault rifle should have, it also has really high statistics that an SMG should have. So a really fast fire rate, a really high mobility. Now this weapon's not going to be any problem with aiming down the sight really quickly, so if you do come into an unexpected enemy or an unexpected gunfight, then you're going to have no problem at all with ADSing really quickly, getting your shots on really quickly, and having a really accurate shot. And all these things combined together really do make for some of the best weapons in the game. I'm going to quickly go ahead and talk about the perks. By the way, I use Cold-Blooded, Ghost and Battle Hardened. The reason for Battle Hardened is because a lot of people stun me, so Battle Hardened is really helpful. Ghost is better than Overkill because you're going to be able to stay off people's minimaps, and instead of using Overkill, I just wait until I pick someone's sniper up off the ground once I kill them, and then Cold-Blooded so I stay off people's thermal scope. So I just thought I'd go ahead and chuck that in quickly if you guys are wondering what perks I use. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on to the next weapon. So the next weapon is going to be probably my favourite weapon at the moment in Warzone, and it's going to be the MP7. So first up, the Monolithic Suppressor. Once again, better damage range and it keeps you off the minimap when you shoot. The FSS Recon Barrel. This increases the accuracy, the range, and also the control by quite a lot. So it's basically going to give this weapon a little bit more of some assault rifle statistics, and then no stock attachment because the other attachments I do use basically knock the mobility down by a little bit, as you can see. So basically sticking on the no stock attachment increases the mobility back up to what it usually is. The next one is 60 round mags. Once again, it's always helpful to have extra bullets. And then lastly, the Ranger foregrip to increase that accuracy and the control even more. So once again, if you think about this weapon, what are the 3 main things that this weapon has that's good? It's got high mobility, it's got high fire rate, and it's got really good accuracy. Now, one thing about this weapon I love is the fact that you don't exactly need you don't need a sight on this weapon. Usually on the Ram 7 and maybe on other weapons like the Odin iron sights absolutely suck. You're gonna need a sight, and on this weapon, the main thing I love about this weapon is going to be the iron sights. As you can see, the iron sights are really clean. They're not too big, they're not too in your face, they're not too small. They're the perfect size, and they're the perfect, easy to see through and easy to use iron sight. So that is one of the main reasons why I do love this weapon. Now, like I said before, this weapon has insanely good accuracy. This weapon has basically 0 recoil. Now, in my opinion, this weapon is definitely the most overpowered weapon at the moment in Warzone. It has 0 recoil and it has a fast fire rate. Those things combined are just going to be absolutely deadly. Now, another thing I like about this weapon is the fact that you can stick 60 bullets in it. So having a fast fire rate, an insanely good accuracy, you're going to be absolutely shredding people at any range, and you're not even going to have to worry about reloading, which is going to be super good. Now, in the gameplay in the background, I literally, not even lying, I got 13 kills in this game with a default MP7. So 13 kills with a default MP7, that just shows how good this weapon really is. So in my opinion, you don't even need to use attachments on this weapon. So if you are just starting out on Warzone and you haven't got many attachments unlocked on your weapons yet because you are low level, the MP7 is probably going to be one of the best weapons you can use, in my opinion, just because of the fact that you don't actually need attachments on it. Now, I got 13 kills in this game with the default grey MP7, so that just shows how good this is. This weapon didn't have any attachments on it at all. I think it might have had extended mags on it, but that's literally it, and I still got 13 kills in this game. I didn't even need a loadout drop, I just continued to use this. So yeah, I do recommend you guys giving the MP7 a go. Now, the MP7 is one of my favourite weapons, and the main reason for that is probably because it's super easy to clear out squads. Now, that is probably one of my favourite things about this. I don't know what it is about this weapon, but it's the easiest weapon I have found to clear out squads. It's probably because it's got a really good fire rate and it's got a good accuracy, and you get a lot of bullets in the magazine, so you don't really have to worry about reloading when you're in those like gunfights where it's you against like 3 people. You can easily mount all their armour because of the fast fire rate, and also you can hit all your shots on target with no problem at all. Anyway, let's get on to the next weapon. So the next weapon I'm going to be talking about in today's video is going to be the M4A1. So the attachments are going to be the monolithic suppressor. Once again, as you guys know, the monolithic suppressor is definitely going to be one of the best attachments you can use on any weapon whatsoever. The stock M16 Grenadier barrel as the secondary, or the second attachment, sorry. This increases the damage range, etc. This is my favourite sight to use on this, but you can use whatever sight you guys want to. I know every single person has their own different kind of sight that they like to use. This is actually the sight that Cloaksy uses. If you guys don't know who he is a very good player. He is a streamer. He did used to be in FaZe. I don't know if he still is in FaZe, but he is a very talented player, and that is his favourite sight. So if it's his favourite sight, it must be a good one. Next up though, 6-round mags, obviously, because like I always say, you need that extra ammo in your mag. It's going to be important. And then lastly, the operator foregrip for better recoil control, boosting the accuracy stat up really high. Now, the M4A1 is, there's not really much you can say about this weapon. Every single person knows how good this weapon. You've probably used it. Let's be real, every single person has used this. At the beginning of the game, it was the #1 weapon basically everyone was using, and then everyone else started to experiment with other weapons. But this weapon will always continue to be one of the most overpowered weapons you can use. Now, the reason for this is because of its accuracy. It's got really good range, it's got a nice steady fire rate, and it's got some nice stats overall. There's nothing wrong with this weapon. The mobility is high, the range is high, everything on this weapon is really high in statistics, so you're not going to have to worry about anything like that. So overall, if you guys have watched this video all the way to the end, you have probably noticed something about all of these weapons. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, they all have good range, they all have good mobility, and they all have a lot of ammo and a fast fire rate. that right now is the meta in Warzone, because fire rate is important, because you need a weapon that is going to get rid of people's armor quickly and shoot a lot of bullets as fast as possible into the enemy. And then obviously a good range is very, very important, because the Warzone map is very, very big and you're going to be getting in a lot of long range gunfights. And then lastly, just the accuracy and no recoil. That's going to be obviously super important, because you're going to need to hit as many shots as you possibly can, especially if they have like a lot of armor on and you don't have much armor on. This is going to help you guys out a ton. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, leave a like on today's video, I would really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.